Hello, guys. What's going on? All right. Let's check my audio real quick, and then we will get started with today's stream going over Akito the Exiled OVA for what's it called? The Memories of Hatred. Is what's called Memories of Loss of Hatred. I don't know. This is the one I honestly keep forgetting what the hell the name is called. One chicken. Memories of Hatred. That's right. Memories of Hatred. I said of the hatred, but yeah, same difference, right? I'm going to be using a different video photo viewer today. See how it goes. It doesn't automatically zoom in for you, but I like the overall format. It's less. Well, you'll see. There's like less things you'll see on screen, which is good. I can show you more of the image, which is what you're here for, and of course my analysis. So that's what that. Hope you guys enjoyed that Lelouch villain anti-hero video. I'm currently going to be making like a bunch of videos of batching, as I mentioned before. And I've been inspired by CBR to do something kind of funny in my next one, but we'll see. And I got some other like interesting things I want to experiment with. Because I'm at the point now where it's like, I know what videos you guys like, but would you guys like these videos? So that type of stuff. Anyways, unless there's something else to do. Oh, we got one quick what if question, and then we will get started. What if Layla's parents were not killed? Well, she went to Met C2, and we don't have a story. So I think it's fair to say that if Layla's parents dying was probably important, if somehow they went back in time and stopped that, we don't have Akito the Exiled. We just have Akito. Or maybe we do have Akito the Exiled, but we don't have Layla with the Exiled. So, yeah, there's no story if she's in that situation. Fair question, though. All right, let's get into it. So as you see here, I have like so I'm using Faststone, which is an okay software for this stuff. Okay, so this OVA is really important because there's a lot of big reveals in this OVA. One of them was with Klaus and what he's been doing the whole time. We get this whole part where Leia's manipulated by Smiles to do something, or Smilus, and then Shin Hyuga meets Leia the first time, Akito, and the whole team has to deal with Ashley. There's a lot of this episode's got a lot of crazy stuff happening, and it's probably one of the and there's only 5 OVAs, so it's not like a lot to choose from. But I think of the 5 OVAs, this might be, if I was Or, probably go 5-4, and then ironically enough 3-2-1. But yeah, this OVA is pretty good. One thing this story does, I mentioned before, it shows you a lot of cool items, technology that the Euro Britannians have, but for some reason the Britannians don't. Like, for example, here, to the next image. So you see Shin Hyuga, he's in this this flight-enabled version of his the Vercingetorix. But what's cool about it is it's a plane. So it's not like a traditional flight version, naval version, like let's say the Gawain has, or even what's attached to the Lancelot, where it's like a jetpack. It's just a plane that transports the Nightmare frame, which I think is actually ingenious, and I believe this is where the Grecius and John are. But I think it's such a cool concept, and it flies like the Avalon. There's a part when they're flying in the air here. Let's see. I have the image of it. Hold on. That's giving me a lot of stuff. But yeah. So you see, they're actually flying above the clouds, which is the same thing as the Avalon did. And of course, they also see, going back here, if you guys are not aware, the W0 unit is being sent to space because they are going to take out the Ark fleet. Revealing the Ark fleet would stop the whole panic that was caused by Julius Kingsley. Now, I don't have the image here, but when they're like prepared to shoot off into space, you see Akito's expression. And if you remember from the last OVA when they went into space, which was the second one, he's kind of like stoic, like whatever, kind of no expression. In this one, he's actually smiling because Akito has changed since the events with the Gypsies. Basically, he has a reason to live. He's got a family that cares about him and a girl who loves him in Layla. So he's really changed a lot in a small period of time. And again, it's reflected on his expression when they're about to take off. So really, really good stuff. So when they're taking off, by the way, everything is going well. Layla's pretty happy with the situation. They're going to take out the Ark fleet. But then again, though, they're always saying, like, during these launches, what I like, hopefully goes well, because in reality, you really don't know sometimes. It is a rocket ship going to space, so I do appreciate that level of detail. So when they're off, you see here. So Shin Hyuga actually sees Apollo's chariot, which is oh, whoopsies. There it is. I think five. So you can keep going in with this seven. Apollo chariot, which is right here. So it's kind of cool. He sees it from space. So there's that, or close enough from space. And as you know, Shin Hyuga's objective is to get Apollo's chariot so he can destroy Pendragon, which is revealed in this episode. So there's that. So he's like, oh, look at that. He's like, ooh, that's beautiful. It is. Okay, so now we see again the one thing I've said it once. I'll say it about Akito the Exiled. It has some of the nicest space visuals in any anime I've ever seen. And like I mentioned before, when the Apollo's chariot breaks up, like in this case here, there's no sound in space. I enjoy that. Like you hear like the people talking, obviously in the WZR unit in the actual place on Earth, but there's no actual sound in space. It just adds to the realism. And this episode almost mirrors the second one because again, we see the WZR unit. They're going to battle to stop something. Ashley's involved in it, and this is the same pose he had, by the way, in the second OVA. That very like impatient, let's go, type of thing. So I definitely I love the attention details they have here. There's also good foreshadowing, which I'll mention. So they board the Ark fleet. See, there's Akito. And let's see. Yeah, so they're boarding it. Oh, look at this beautiful image right here. OVA, for all the problems it has, you can't deny the art's not fantastic. Look how beautiful that looks. So they're boarding and they're attacking all these different nightmare frames. Whoopsies, the nightmare frames here, and they're all they're remote controlled or drones basically, which does beg the question, which I mentioned in my review, which is, if they have the technology, both sides, to make drones fight, how come we don't see that in R1 and R2? Now, obviously, it's because the show took place after after Code Geass was really aired, so these new ideas came into the fray later. But it's still kind of frustrating. You had that whole prequelitis, I guess, or mequelitis, where you introduce advanced technology that wasn't in the original series, which kind of ruins the lore of the story. Which people have said Akito has done, which I can't completely argue against because, yeah, they kind of ruin part of the story when you give technology that doesn't exist in the sequel series when, like, it clearly should. Like, why would you not use drones or ammo types? Or even, there's something else too I thought about. They have the USBs that operate the nightmare frames. You can hit it and a nightmare frame will come to you, remote controlled. As far as I know, there's no remote controls in R2 as well. And I mean, Sasaki used it on his basic Lancelot, so I don't know. I'm still a little confused about that. What I'm not confused about, though, is that the awesome Nightmare Frame models that the what's it called? That the W0 unit now has, at least for Ayano, Yukiya, and Ryu. I'm trying to find if there's a picture of it before I don't want to go too far ahead. Yeah, I don't see a picture of it. Okay, well, there's a part later on you'll see it. I'll point it out. Okay, so now something else important to mention here is that actually, if you remember in the past OVA, he went in like the snow to that old Sikardai mining area because they wanted him to board the Ark fleet. Well, he was actually going to have the rest of his force come with him, or they wanted to, and he essentially told him not to because Ash is a great guy. He won't risk the lives of other people to do this sort of thing. It's one of his better traits. So he essentially goes on his own, and they show like that whole scene of him not wanting to bring everyone else along. And the reason why is because he was thinking about, Johannes, who Akito killed in the last in OVA 2, which is here's the image of him. So he doesn't want that to happen again, and that's why he doesn't let them come with him, which is very admirable, honestly. Ash is a really cool character. Again, I would love to see him in future stuff, but knowing the creators of the show, that's not going to happen. So this is an important part. If you remember in an earlier OVA, I believe it was the last one actually, Smiles said that, or Smiles, I keep getting his name confused, or wrong rather. He said that Layla will be like the Joan of Arc, where they're going to use her as like a symbol for their nation, and then kind of, she'll die out like Joan of Arc did. So he tells her because there's people protesting and rioting, he wants her to go out there and speak to the people to calm them down, to unite them, all that jazz. However, you're gonna see it kind of backfires. But this is the pure writing. I like how I just thought about this like a couple days ago. So the Chinese Federation had rioting due to Lelouch, and Lelouch also caused rioting in the EU. So if you think about it, he's caused. It's kind of funny. He caused rioting in both of the biggest nations that Britain has been fighting. I think that's hilarious. He caused rioting in both the Chinese Federation and the EU, and technically also in Japan. So Lelouch is like, he must love 3 Days Grace because he seems to cause riots wherever he goes. It's pretty funny. I think it's pretty funny. Okay, so Leia decides to do this, talk in front of the people. Again, Smiles trying to convince her to do this. And the reason why he convinces her, or why it has to be her, is because she is the son of. I'm just kidding. She is the daughter of. That was like when Ashley goes like this. She is the daughter of the former leader who died. I keep forgetting. It's not a traditional name. Like, it's hard to pronounce it, but because of her name is royalty, her name goes a lot further than, say, his Smiles, for example. Also, I had a theory that he was the cause of her father's death, and as far as I can tell, it's a theory. The show never confirmed it. It's probably the case, though, but it was never confirmed. Okay, so now we got that out of the way. So he's still talking. Meanwhile, the Dozier unit is still fighting against the drones, and then eventually, after killing all of them, they run into Ashley right there in his a Surbaranga. Look how cool this thing is. This is an insane nightmare frame. And again, I think this is all part of Julius's plan, where he told Shin Hugh he was going to get rid of the Ghost of Hannibal, and I assume this Ark fleet was the death trap, because there's even a bomb in this thing that goes off later on. So my assumption that Julius Kingsley was like, listen, we'll make the Ark fleet as like a bait to make everyone kill each other, and when the Ghost of Hannibal goes to stop it, because they're going to, they'll fight Ashley, and if Ashley fails, we'll blow the thing up anyhow. It'll be essentially the grave. Which is funny because that's the tactic that Schneisel was going to use against him in R2, because he was going to make the Damocles Lelouch's grave. So Lelouch had the same plan as Schneisel, because they both were going to use a certain device as a grave for their enemies as a last resort. So that's kind of cool. I guess, insane minds think alike, because they both had that same idea. So there's Ashley again. He's using the Zamranga, and he takes out most of W0 members. Not like destroys them, but like they don't partake in the battle after getting hit a couple times by the bullets. There's a really cool part where Yukiya is attacking him with his. This is so cool, by the way. Again, this is why Akito, while great as it is, it introduces a lot of things we never see again. Like, see this, right? There's this wire here. I'm still getting used to this. There's this wire here that can peep out of the Alexander to let you look through. I guess look over behind walls, or is that the right term? Behind walls, in front of walls. I guess it'd be not behind. It'd be like check corners. There we go. I got it. Check corners, and it allows him to basically fire a sniper around, and he can guide it to someone. As far as I know, in Code Geass, there are no rocket-guided missiles that any Nightmare Frame can use that I can think on the top of my head. It might seem like it, but I don't recall any of them actually firing guided stuff. Maybe, you know what? Maybe the Hadron Cannon from like the Mordred. That might be guided missiles. I'm trying to think of AR Nightmare Frame that fires guided missiles. Besides the Mordred. I don't know if you guys think of something, let me know. But I'm just saying, like, this type of technology, as far as I'm concerned, we've never seen this in the original series. It's freaking awesome. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, I would have liked to have seen, I don't know, more stuff like that. And then when he fires against the Sumaranga, it doesn't work because it's something called, I wrote down here, called Schrodinger steel or something. And I'm pretty sure we never hear this term used in the original series. So I'm guessing, there's the bullet, by the way, that he fires off. But I'm guessing, actually, you can't even see it. Let me zoom in a little further. Can you see it now? Or maybe if I go to, there it is. This is the bullet right here. Okay. Anyways, so did I ever mention Schrodinger steel in the R2? I don't think so, but still kind of cool. Meanwhile, Layla gives an epic speech about how essentially, we work together. The typical but important, like who I'm important. My dad tried to do certain things. We got to work together. The usual unity stuff. And the people were able to rally against her. Now, they somehow were able to hack every single, I guess the word hack, broadcast to every single TV screen out there. I don't know how Smileless or the W0 unit arranged that. It's not a. It's a bit of a contrivance. I'm just confused how they broadcasted it, and they just took over everyone else's machines to do it. I don't know. It's cool. It's a great scene, but I was a little confused about that. And the other thing too about this, and I'm going to mention this probably several times already. Well, not now, but I will eventually at some point. Everyone kind of buys what Layla says and what Smiley says, and I don't understand why. There's no evidence to prove either way, like either case. Like Layla says, she's the daughter. Again, I keep forgetting his name. It's not the person who was once in charge, and we worked together. And I'm thinking the whole time, like, who is this person? How do I know, like, that she is who she says she is? Everyone just kind of buys it. They go, "Yes, Layla, we support you. We'll work with you. All that stuff." I'm not really sure like how anyone would buy that. I'm still lost about that part. It's also good that we have this traditional. You see it a lot in shows and movies where you'll have like a dichotomy where something really is kind of inspirational happening while violence is happening at the other same time. One of my favorite examples was in I think it was Defiance. I think that was the movie where was it Defiance? It's with the Belsky brothers. I forgot which one. It had like Daniel Craig and that other guy. Anyways, there's a wedding going on in like a forest while they're also doing like a covert operation. I like how there was a dichotomy between like something really positive and joyful, while little massacre is happening, at the same time. So we got the same thing here. Leo's trying to, unite everyone together to fight, but like not to fight, rather to stop rioting. Meanwhile, the W unit is like fighting for their lives against Ashley. So interesting dichotomy of the two. And the Alexanders are so cool. I love the color scheme they gave them. Again, it's one of the better part of the story. And then again, Layla's still talking. Here's something cool, right? I mentioned it before, but look at this. These nightmare frames have like their own round types. I think he used a different type here. Heat, mist, heat, whatever. How come we didn't have that original series? Like again, that's so cool. Ammo types. Of course, obviously, you'd have ammo types. If it was the original series, it wasn't as obviously shown as it was here. I'm not saying it didn't exist, but like I like how they deliberately show you the switching the ammo types with the Alexanders. So this is a Zaranga, another angle of it. It's such a cool nightmare frame. I believe is that reuse? I'm pretty sure that's reuse. So what happens is Ashley's telling Akito to die, and that triggers the Gios command that Shin gave to him. That's why his eyes are turning red. And so he gets a little bloodlust, and you know how this goes. He doesn't beat him. Akito takes down the Azaranga, especially after Ashley ran out of bullets. He was a little bit gun-ho firing it off, which don't get me wrong, those Gatling cannons are awesome. I don't blame him for like just emptying all the magazines, but yeah, they got he kind of screwed himself over there. Meanwhile, people again are being so here they're kind of listening to Layla's speech, and then Akito gives the most insane grin. Man, look at that face, huh? Yeah, that's the face of insanity right there. So that's man, that's the result of Shin's Gios right there, making him go crazy. Again, I love the economy, right? He's crazy, and she's trying to calm down the crazy. And in fact, this is important because she sees it from himself, which is a whole aspect to their relationship. So again, they're fighting again hand to hand because Ashley ran out of bullets, but it doesn't work well against Akito with the Gios ability in effect. Layla again still motivating people to fight or to not fight, and okay, so they're still fighting here. Again, it goes on for a little bit. The fights in Akito Exile, depending on who you are, you may like or hate them. They seem to go on for quite a while. And they like this fight. It starts like more of the top of the Arc fleet, and it just kind of goes all the way to the bomb section. Also, Akito's Gios, as you know, when he goes off the brainwave, it affects everyone else. So you see, Yuki is affected, Layla, not Layla, Ayano and Ryu, but this time they actually rejected while the science here are recording it. So it's kind of cool because normally before they kind of went along with it, but this time they're actually rejecting, and that's important because when Akito is basically seconds away from killing Ashley here because you see he took him out of the nightmare frame, and then again the face of Akio makes, he's just completely insane. He was actually about to stab. That's the cockpit area here. He was about to stab it and kill Ashley, but I believe Aino told him to stop, so he missed, and instead he cut out the top portion. So Ashley's out of the nightmare frame here, pretty much dead, and he fires the gun at Akito, and he's upset about Johannes' death. Obviously, that's why he's here. So Akito starts strangling with the nightmare frame, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't recall anyone ever using a nightmare frame to kill someone in this manner. I know that we want to talk about grabbing people. Suzaku picked up Yuffie several times in the original series, but I don't recall anyone using a nightmare frame to actually grab someone and kill them. It's very interesting. It's almost animalistic, which makes sense because Akito is acting very animalistic. So I definitely I definitely like this different direction they went with it. And again, also his face. So if you, I don't know if you can see it here, but part of the mask ripped off of the nightmare frame because again, Akito is losing his going kind of crazy. Yeah, right there. See, somehow Ash doesn't die from this. I don't know. I mean, he's squeezing pretty hard. And again, this face, Jesus. Eventually, yeah, as you see here, they're all able to tell Akio to stop. Now, what's kind of weird about Yukiya, and I guess I'll mention this now, he has a weird change in character. If you remember early on in the story, the OVAs, he kills people kind of mindlessly and doesn't care. But now he's kind of like, listen, we shouldn't hurt anyone. I'm like, Yukiya, is that really believable? Considering it's coming from, you. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't buy that at all. And in fact, later on, he's going to do something that's kind of destructive. And he's like, I'm sorry, I don't want to hurt anyone, but like, it's for my friends. And I'm thinking, Yukiya, you're insane. What are you talking about? Like, I didn't even recall seeing that change in him. But anyway, somehow he changed, and they were all convinced. Yeah, see, I was even telling him to stop. To convince him to stop. And meanwhile, Leo does his epic pose of her really big hands, really strange proportions there. So Akito stops trying to kill Ashley, lets him go. Somehow Ashley is still not dead. Again, even if he wasn't choked out by the nightmare, should he still like be coughing up blood or something? I don't know. It's weird. So, anyways, we see that the people have now rallied for Layla, which is great. So see, there we go. See Layla and stuff. But again, I'm not sure why anyone buys any of this. That's a whole other thing. Here we go. See this? Here's the new Nightmare Frame models. I believe. Let's see. This one is Yukiya's because he got a sniper rifle. I think that's Ryu's and that's Aino's, but I could be wrong. But these are the new ones they got. And man, they are so cool. So Akito gets out of the nightmare frame. This was a really cool scene. So he's telling him, Ashley calls him a monster, and then he tries shooting him with the gun. And Akito's like, "Go for it. I don't care. Get revenge for your friend." And the cool part is he misses. He has no gun. He plays Russian roulette. It doesn't kill Akito. So he goes, "Oh, you see, Johannes? I guess he was lucky too." It was good foreshadowing because in the second OVA, he pointed the gun at himself first of all, and he didn't kill himself, and then John, and both of them are very lucky. And he was saying that the way you survive in the battlefield is to be lucky. He pointed a gun at Akito. He tended to kill him with it, but he ran out of bullets. So I like the little callback to the OVA too. The show has a lot of this. When it comes to like character moments, foreshadowing, it's pretty good. The story overall has lots of issues, man. Lots of issues. And that's the thing. See Johannes? It's a nice scene. And then everyone's like, I think Ryu makes a comment, Yuki makes a comment, and I know it's like crying. It's a nice scene. Then the bomb goes off, which I mentioned earlier, because again, the last ditch effort was to blow up the Arc fleet, assuming I guess they somehow knew when the W0 unit was going to arrive, or maybe it went off by a third party. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The point is, it blows up, and everyone thinks they're dead. The classic anime thing. Oh god, everyone's dead. We know they're not dead, okay? But if they think they are, they can't get the ID or signal. So Layla's obviously losing it because she loves Akito. And this, like, if it wasn't obvious from that hug she gave him in the previous OVA, it's pretty clear at this point that she loves him, and she literally falls to the ground. Like, let's see, right here. Actually, Joe cries too. I love Joe's character. He's actually one of the most emotional people in the story. Um, but anyway, so you see right here, Leia falls to the ground. She just can't command right now, and Klaus like tells her to get up. Stop doing this. You got to lead. We need you. We're gonna be attacked soon by different forces because they found out that a bunch of Order Michael troops have arrived to Castle Weisenwolf. And we know that Shin and Jean from the previous scene when they were flying in that float unit, or that, I don't think it's a float, it's like a jet almost. And see, there's the forces that have arrived. Okay, so we get to a really disturbing scene. This is Alice and her mother, the adopted mother of Shin Hyuga, and they kill each other because of, again, the Gyas power. And they're so excited about it too, because that's what Shin's Gyas is so messed up. It doesn't just it's one thing if it's like a Lucian where they just kill themselves and fine, they obey the order happily. But Shin's is like, it causes not just them to kill, but kill other people and almost believe in the same idea of like humanity is a mistake and nihilism and destroy. It's basically like a curse to make people no longer desire to live and make sure no one else does either. Like as you see here, they killed each other and they were happy to do it, which is, yeah, it's a disturbing scene. Shinra, I love the whole dichotomy, how you see these deer running around, and his verse in Getarex is a center. So, animal in the forest, it's pretty good stuff. They're traveling through to the castle, him and John. And John, like, I'm going to mention this probably several times as well. I can't figure out what Shin thinks of her, because in one end he makes fun of her, he berates her. At the same time, though, he technically protects her in this episode, and he also founded her originally, her and Ashley, so he took them in. So obviously he cares about them, but he also slapped her too. Like I can't figure out what Shin feels about Jean Leroux. Like it's a very strange relationship. Maybe it'll be an analysis video at some point. A short analysis probably. So again, see Leia, she won't get up because Akito is gone. It upsets her. But Kyle's like, you must get up. You must do this. And so eventually Leia's able to do it. But I really don't blame her. I mean, the person she cares about the most is gone now, or she thinks he's gone, and that's why she's responding that way. She's a great character. She shows emotion. She's a strong leader, but also when she has to, gets the job done. She takes control, and one of the things they do is they use the weapons of the Castle Weisenwolf to take out, or try to take out, the Vercingetorix and the Grauschitz, which is what Jean Ro is piloting. Also, when they mention there's a nightmare frame with four legs that's golden, she's like, oh my god, it's Shin Hyuga. She already knows what has to be done. I mean, that face right there, you already know. So they use all the, see here, we have like these are one of those, these, I think these are not the gun reused, but the European nightmare frames, I forgot the name of them. They have like mini version of them that fire off at the castle, or as self-defense, to stop people from getting to the castle. So they're firing off against the Vercingetorix, and he has this really cool gun, which is like a pseudo shotgun, and he destroys all of them. Also, his axe also has really cool configurations. It's a very strange weapon, but it works, So there you go. So he's able to take out all the different weapons they have, or avoid the mines. At the last resort, they they make like this wall appear. Actually, before I get to that, one thing cool before I get to that, Jean Ro has like this really cool weapon, which again I've never seen in the entire Kogias universe up to this point. It's a gigantic sniper rifle, but it fires. But it's not really made for taking out. I mean, you take out targets from long range, but you don't have to necessarily snipe. It can just fire insane range. And if you watch like the where she's aiming, she's literally hitting them from afar. It's pretty cool. It's a really powerful weapon, and I don't see this ever in the original series, or even the new series. Maybe we'll see it again. The gun really, like, I was impressed by the firepower. It destroyed like so much area, nearly hit the base. Anyway, so Shin is very close to the base. Castle Weiswolf, these huge walls appear. He can't climb them. He was very close, though. He was very close. And then he's like, okay, well, we're getting some help. So they call the entire order of Michael together. And yeah, look at that. Look how cool that nightmare frame is. It's really cool. Even the coloring too. This nice, like, sorry, This nice gold with red and green. Like it's a beautifully designed nightmare frame. When they don't use too much CGI, they're beautiful. When they use CGI, it's not the greatest. He tried shooting at it too, which is kind of funny. So Klaus says everyone take a break because this might be a chance to get some rest. And so Anna goes with Layla, and what happens here is we see Layla. She's kind of with her cat because again she thinks. Remember, even though they have survived the encounter with Shin Hyuga, she still thinks Akito is dead. So she's obviously upset about that, as you see right there. Uh, so then Klaus is working with one of the remaining members who apparently has she's conditioned herself to stay up late. So convenient for them that she picked the right person, unless he already knew. They're working on their thing. Now this part, I'm just okay. I honestly don't know the answer to this question. So why is the Lancelot tied up? How was Suzaku and Lelouch captured? I'm like lost here. He beat Jean Ro. He could have killed her. Like if did he surrender to the Europeans after what Shin Hyuga told them? Like if that was the case, then they would have found Julie was still alive. Like no matter how I think about it, none of this makes any sense. And I'm also questioning then when Rolo came to get both of them, did they obviously freed the Lancelot, right? So it's also why is it tied up like this? Couldn't they just remove the energy filler and then it can't run again? Like this seems really extreme. I get the symbolism, but like this is really stupid. I can't be friendly. It's just stupid. Then we see a picture of Japan because Lucia's thinking about this stuff. He tells Zaku as well. I remember the sunflowers. I'm like, okay, dude, you clearly lost your mind. And Suzaku is sitting around, and I'm like, dude, how were you captured? What the hell happened? This is the part where, like, this is what happens when you rush your story and you can't show you what happened because he clearly won the battle. He had the stronger nightmare frame. I don't care what Shin was going to do. He could have killed Shin, and I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to think about it further, but pretty stupid stuff. Again, they're in jail together. More jail time. Okay. So here's the order, Michael. And I love this whole scene, by the way. The red color is perfect because like it's the a red sun, a red dawn before battle. It's great. All the Order Michael members appear, and something else too I like is the way they transfer the nightmare frames. In the original series, they have like these what was it? These flying ships that kind of like transport them one at a time, or in the G1 base, they're kind of shot out for the two ends. But here you have like these big airships. They're transporting these nightmare frames by like the dozen. And I think it's look at this. Look how cool this is. They're all like in a rack. The rack pulls out, and the nightmare frames come out. I'm thinking, wow, this is awesome. Why didn't they? Yeah, look how cool this is. You would think this would have been like in the original series because I was blown away again. Look at how like this is very Trade Federation like in the Star Wars prequel series. It's very Trade Federation like. It's also really more formal and I guess more what you expect from military, which we don't see this type of deployment or this detail shown deployment in the original series. So I think it's kind of cool. I wish we saw that in R2. This is probably one of the coolest images of the entire series with Jean and Shin Hyuga. Jean's over here, by the way. They're in their uniforms and I friends in the background. This is a cool wallpaper like image. I'm very this is one of the best shots in the whole OVA. Not just this one, but all of them. So they're prepared to go to battle, and they want to capture the castle. Now, one thing they don't know about is that why they're doing this, and they're going to question Jean later on. Meanwhile, everyone is supporting Layla for some reason. Again, they don't know anything about her. She could have been lying to them, but they're going along with it. It's one of the most. I have a big issue with it, but whatever. It's what it is. There's one one's like, please give these flowers to Layla. Yeah, there she is. I think she's pregnant too. Oh no, she got a baby in there. Okay, I'm an idiot. There's a baby, I think, in there. It's kind of cute. And they're by the capital of EU. And then Smiles like, I hate to tell you guys, but Layla, the woman you supported, she's dead. And everyone's like, what? She's dead? And they just believe him. It's so stupid. It's like, what? I mean, they don't mention this in the story, but like, here's how you rule on this planet if you're Layla or Klaus or whoever. Just have Layla appear on screen like an hour later saying, "Hey, I'm Layla. I'm still alive," and they could say, "Wait, but how's that possible? I mean, was it pre-recorded? Not pre-recorded." I mean, it's just so funny to me because if he knows Layla's still alive, couldn't she just come and broadcast and say, "Hey, I'm not dead. What the hell, man?" You know, I guess she figured that the his thought process was because the Order of Michael is going to attack them soon. He figures that they're going to wipe them out, and they're already dead. And I believe they would have been had the wall not come up. So I guess because Smiles sold them out because he wants to be emperor of all of EU, um, that was his assumption. But dude, at least confirm the death before you gloat, man. Always confirm stuff. And I personally think he's responsible for her parents' death, but whatever. Also, this is a great image too. You know, a typical politician using like the death of someone as a martyr to justify your actions. This is a great image too, by the way. Akio's got some good images. I'm not gonna lie, it's background stuff here. And so Klaus is talking to her about the whole situation. This is where we get a big reveal about something. Oh, this is by the way, these images here, what you're looking at, this is when Smiles was talking about like the I think it was the French Revolution and how they stopped the capitalists and we have to rechange the whole world. He waxes philosophically for on and on and on. My God. But here's the most important part. So Klaus reveals that he's been a double agent essentially. He's been selling the information to the other side. And Layla, I think, knew about it. And he did this because he wanted money for his daughter's medical condition, which is a big reveal in the story. And you know, she knew about it, but not the whole, I guess, backstabbing, but the whole like why he joined the group in the first place for the money. And she still let him join. So he's telling her that they know about Castle Weisenwolf, they know about Apollo's chariot, and so you have to surrender to them or everyone's going to die. Think about yourself and everyone here. They're going to come here. We're going to negotiate this and give up Castle Weisenwolf and Apollo's chariot. Because it turns out that Klaus was actually a double agent. And so Layla kind of goes along with it. And this is so messed up because she literally tried to unite the people with her voice and Smiles used it against her. And now everyone wants to go fight against the Euro Britannians. So it's pretty messed up stuff. What do you expect? Smiles not a good man. So she's Jean Laurel, and she's talking to the three most powerful sword. I forgot what the name is. I wrote it down here. Let's see. They are called. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Hold on. I wrote it here. Almost there. Three sword masters of Michael. Okay. These are the three sword masters of Michael. They're like, hey, why are we capturing some random castle? And she's like, what, you think you can't do it? Of course we can. Don't insult us. And then they try attacking her, and she defeats them in sword combat because, you know, Shin trained her really well as a, I assume it was Shin. And she's like, you know, you have to follow orders. That's it. We'll be going out tomorrow. That's all. She's like, it's not about Jean. As I said before, if he's talking to anyone besides Shin, she's a nasty piece of work. She's extremely all business, you know, no fun whatsoever. But when it comes to Shin, she's like really emotionally attached to him and tries to protect him. Strange dichotomy. She's nasty to everyone else, or very, I guess, business. Nasty is probably not the best word. She's very like upfront, business like, very serious. But with Shin, she's like the exact opposite. Also, another beautiful image from the OVA. Again, there's so many good ones here. Look at that one. Good stuff. And she's just so mean to them, really cocky and arrogant. It's kind of funny. So we get this part where Shin is his Gias power. It, as you know, it makes people want to kill each other. It also has this weird side effect where it makes the most see the ghosts of their fallen friends. I think, or it could be in their head. I'm not sure. If you remember the first OVA, Akito went to the grave of the former Japanese soldier that died in that raid where they were committing suicide to take out the Britannian forces, and he saw that the ghosts of his friends. So here, Shin sees the ghosts of a bunch of people, including to his mother. So she tries to come like, listen, Daddy did this stuff, but you gotta forgive him. I'm not gonna lie, this is really creepy. Like if a mother did this to her child, I don't know, it's it's really creepy. Her hair also like grows really long. It's I guess it's part of the ghost stuff. And he tells her, of course, to get away. He slices her up. Then we see Manfredi appear, who's like, "You must come join me," and she's like, "I will at some point." Then it's down to Mother and Alice, who just died recently, and so they convince him to kill himself, and he doesn't because Jean stops him right here. Thank God she was around, right? Because he was about to commit suicide. I like this couple a lot, but man, it just never went anywhere. Like even here, right? Shin's laughing what happened, and she's literally hugging him. I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom in a little more. See, she's literally hugging him. It's super cute, but again, he kind of abuses her, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. And again, he makes expressions like this. So I'm like, does he like Jean? Not like Jean. Maybe he likes her, but he can't be with her because of his nihilism. Who the hell knows? So then we see Layla and Klaus going off to negotiate the whole Castle of Weisenwolf, while Anna and Hamel stay behind, and Hamel is in charge. And Klaus like, well, you know what, you can do this, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. So they go off for the negotiations. It's of course cold. They mentioned it several times in the story. It's cold. I want to get to the important part here. So they meet Junro, and she gives her the book, or he gives her the book of everything about Castle Weisenwolf, how the Apollo's chariot works, the layout, all the security codes, literally everything is given to her as part of the negotiation. Then we see Shin, and she meets Layla for the first time, and they want, of course, want everyone's lives to be spared. Now, Layla meets Shin for the first time. It's very cordial. He's very professional, but then things kind of don't go well. And what happens? They start talking about what they're going to do and the plan behind that. And what happens is she brings up Akito because she wants to know about it. Like, why did you do this to Akito's family? It was kind of messed up. You killed everyone and then you nearly killed Akito. And then he's, of course, like, Akito, he's dead. And basically he's dead. She's like, no, he's not dead. I believe it. They mentioned also that how they first met when she was the Nightmare Frame pilot in that second OVA. They don't see the picture, but she was controlling the drones. There's a little reference to that. That's when they first met. He mentioned the whole idea, like, I believe he's still alive, and then he just loses his damn mind. He's like, are you serious? Faith? That's what you believe in? That's what the tools are used to exploit people. Humanity is evil. And she's like, well, if I don't, believe in stuff, then, like, I can't have anyone support me. And he's like, well, that's why everyone treats you like that. He just goes off on her and absolutely brutal. Almost chokes her out too with the sword. I mean, things are getting pretty tense here. Right there. It's getting pretty crazy. Now we get to a cool part where he tells her to die using his Gias power, and then she rejects it with her own, which is kind of like how Marion used the Gias power at the last minute to save her life. So I guess at this moment, Layla had accepted the Gias power that C2 promised her when she was an adult. Something like that. Because he's like, what was that? Because, the Gias thing messed her up. And of course, again, Jean, completely nasty and, pretty serious to most people. But when it comes to her, man, she's like, are you okay, Shin? What's going on? It's cute, but it's also really sad. And eventually, Shin's like, you know what? Fudge this. You're all gonna die, and I'm gonna kill everyone else. And when they ask him also about like why he wants the Apollo's chair in the first place, he says he wants to basically destroy Pendragon. They're like, you're gonna destroy Pendragon? Yeah, we're gonna destroy Pendragon. We're gonna make a big war. I'm gonna kill the Emperor. Everything's gonna go to hell. I'm like, whoa, what the man. The man simply wants to roll the bird, as Alfred once said about Joker. Some people just want to watch the roll burn. And before things get really ugly, because they're all pointing guns at him, even John was like, "Sir, we shouldn't do this." Yeah, see, we shouldn't do this. And she slaps him because she questions his decision here because she's like, "Well, look, we We got what we wanted. Let's not kill them. And he's like, no, John, we are killing them. Then Yukia fires a look how cool that is. Look at the animation of that. So cool. Really well drawn there. He fires a shot at them. Like, I like this couple, but it's too bad. So he fires a one of his sniper rifle units, which he showed earlier he can aim it. So he destroys a big hole, and they're like, "Oh my god, they're alive! Yay!" Which we knew, obviously. They're like, "Oh, they're coming." We see Ashley on top of the Vercingetorix. I mean, I'm sorry, the Alexander. He says like, "Oh no, it's the Vercingetorix," and no one knows who Ashley is either, which is funny. There's like a whole ongoing game, like, "Who are you exactly?" It's pretty funny. He goes down there. You see that you can't see here, but that little blimp that's been like tracking them since like the first OVA, it's actually pushing the or pulling the Arc fleet now. Those are all the nightmare frames are up there ready to go. And then apparently, like, Aino's a little upset about Ashley, and then Yuki's like, "Are you jealous? It's not a good look." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" So there was a hint that she likes Akito. I guess this is your hint. So Ryu takes off with Aino here. There's the blimp, by the way, that's moving the Arc fleet. Yuki stays behind to help them out against the Aura Michael. So as we see, Akito is arriving. He calls in the Vercingetorix with his USB device, which again, like I mentioned before, is something that you don't see in the original anime, but you should have. He jumps in, and man, again, Vercingetorix. What a cool nightmare frame. We see Ashley and and Akito arrive, and John immediately shoots at Ashley, and because it's a comedy scene, she misses him, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm gonna kill you traitor." It's funny because the two of them have known each other since they were kids. They were both adopted around the same time. I think they were adopted at the same time, Ashley and Jean. They're basically they're basically siblings, which is funny. And then they're both really great characters. And he's like, "Here, we're gonna help Akito." And he's like, "Who are you?" There's like the classic gag of like, "Yeah, but who are you though?" The face off is on between Akito and Shin Hyuga. He tells him again to kill Layla because of the Gios power, and he almost kills her too. So he puts his hand around, he's about to choke her out, but he fights it, and instead, see that smile. Akio didn't smile in the first two OVAs, so it's very important character growth. Um, he picks up Layla, we'll say Liara, Layla, and they get away. They jump onto the boat, as you see right there. So everything is going pretty well. Again, Akito actually wants to live. Pretty cool because Shin could never get over it, and Akito did. That whole, I guess, fleeting idea that life is pointless. It's good stuff. And by the way, I don't have the images here, but Akito and Layla are actually smiling at each other this whole time. She's smiling through the nightmare frame. He sees her, so it's nice. Again, they weren't a couple before. It's official now. I mean, if you were to do analysis of like when they knew each other, when they were in love with each other, you could argue like early on the third OVA. But they're getting away. Everything is going great, but yin and yang. So I love this part of the OVA, right? You think it's over, right? It's going through the ending credits, but then we see the Aura Michael troops are appearing, and Layla drops this bomb to kill a bunch of them, which was really cool. And he feels bad about it too. But again, like this is Yukia, he's kind of insane, but whatever. He drops the bomb. Look at that explosion. Jesus. Kills a huge portion of the troops right here. And then I believe Shin gives them like the coordinates and they fire this huge cannon, by the way, which kind of reminded me of the Raiko from R1. We never see it in R2 for some reason. I guess because it was not useful anymore. And it shoots down the Arc fleet. And Yuki is crashing. We see Ryu and Aino scared that Yuki might be gone. Because I mean, I'm not sure if it's just one of those things where like Ayano and Yukia, they're obviously siblings, adoptive, or not even adopted. Like they just, I guess, unofficial because not by blood. So seeing him like crash, this is a really powerful image. Again, I've stopped several times to point out like how beautiful some of the images in this show are, and look at that, like Yuki's crashing, and that's actually how the OVA ends. And Shin's like, "I'm gonna kill everyone you ever loved, Akito. Everyone you ever loved." He's pretty. He's serious about it. Look at that face. Then we see an image of Layla's blue Giats here before the OVA officially ends. And that's the OVA. I believe I have some images at the end here, which I can. Yeah, there's the Blue Gias. I don't think I have anything. Okay, so that's the whole OVA in a nutshell. I will open up the comments. I guess we'll go to. I'll load this image. We're gonna go to this one here. I hate Faststone. If there's a way I can just have it always show it a certain, like get rid of the default thing here, I'll do that going forward because I don't like that. Okay, let me read some comments. Let me just, I gotta check one thing before I do this. Okay. Almost ready to go. Actually, before I read comments, let me just go through my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything. I was pretty thorough because I really liked this episode. I was very engaged with it, and I easily connected all the ideas I was trying to explain and show. I guess. Okay. Mhm. I believe it's everything. Yep, the axe. Was Shin going to take down the whole thing himself? Yeah, he was a monster. Yeah, I love the whole discussion between Shin and Layla. It's one of the best discussions in the whole series about like philosophy and purpose of life and all that stuff. I thought it was pretty good. But that's it though. Let's go through some of the comments real quick here. I'm going to go quick. I'll just let me make this a little bigger so I can see it. Okay. All right, Neozoic, you want to know tag team Guilford and Dalton versus Ashley and John. Oh, definitely Ashley and John. I like Guilford and Dalton, but if we're talking, Ashley doesn't use the well, he uses the Azaranga, Ahura Mazada. I would definitely say Ashley and John. It's because of Dalton. I think Guilford would be okay on his own, but especially for Gloucester's, I definitely would give it to Shin and John. I mean, not Shin John, Ashley and John. Definitely Shin and John too, of course. If they're doing it properly, they should show up and so should Oz reflection characters. In fact, if it was up to me, what I would do is say, okay, there's no zero capture. Throw that out the window. We're not doing that crap. We're going to animate Oz Reflection, and then we're going to make a sequel series called R3, which will have all the characters from Oz Reflection and Akito into one thing. I wouldn't mind seeing Renya get animated, but let's be honest, that's a little complicated. Let's not do that. But for God's sakes, Oz Reflection has Lelouch in it, so what more do you want? And they can use Oz Reflection as a way to like fix all the plot holes in R2. They could theoretically almost remake R2 by making Oz Reflection. I don't know why this is so complicated. I don't know why I have to keep saying this every single week, but for God's sakes, people, make Oz Reflection. If you have the budget to make a brand new Kogia series, why don't just take the one that like people would want to see? Like, if you ask someone a question on Reddit, I should put a poll. Just I know the answer. I'll do it anyways. Like, what would you rather see? A adaptation of a manga that is based around all the same characters from R2, we just get more time with them, including Lelouch and the royal family? Or do you want a brand new series with a character that like could be cool, that continues the Resurrection film, a film that was very polarizing and some people didn't even really enjoy? So, what would you rather have? And I think the answer would be Oz Reflection. I'm not saying you can't have a story without Lelouch. In fact, I think you should have a story without Lelouch, but cover what you like. Animate what you have already and then start with something brand new, as opposed to like something brand new when you already have stuff that has to be animated. That's all I'm saying. Sun Canny, hello. Oh my! I just realized what this picture is. That's funny. Are there any characters on Akito you dislike as much as your least favorite characters in Kogias, like Bradley or Tamaki? To be fair, not really, because again, the characters all are interesting and well developed, and they all have like their own little like, I guess you would say, quirks that make them interesting. Like Klaus, for example, he's a drunken, I guess, war guy, but you learn he's doing this for his daughter. It's very, it's actually quite endearing and nice. And Shin Hyuga is almost a victim of his own Gyas power and the way he was raised. Jean is also in the same regard in that respect. No, I actually don't because Akito has less episodes, but also has less characters, so they got a chance to spend more time with people. My only real complaint with Akito is they didn't spend enough time with certain people, like Matt Freddy, for example. People have said this for years now. Like, this is the night of two, and we got no time with him. Like, how do you do that exactly? So I don't hate anyone. I just wish we had more time with some of the characters. Like, there's no one on the screen. I was like, oh god, it's that person. Well, time to turn off. Change the channel, if you will. No one like that I can think of, like Tamaki or Bradley or Rivals. No one like that because the show is more condensed and to the point. I'm not a big fan of the Gypsies, but again, I hate them when they're on screen. Hate's a very, as Iago said, hate's a strong word. Brit Worker, excuse me, sir. How come you don't have Night Frame Drone, but EU has it? Brit Worker too. Well, because it's a pre-prequelist. What? Precolitis. Yeah, exactly. Why don't we have drones? Layla, unfortunately, she's dead. Smiles. I'm alive. You people are confused. She's an imposter. Wait, Dulce did a fake. Wait, what? Yeah, exactly. Why didn't you just do that? Like, what would have happened? I don't know. It was a terrible flaw in the story. I know Ayano may have feelings for Akito, but I could wonder could they actually be a good couple. I guess theoretically, but I mean, Ayano was pretty aware, especially during the third OVA when she sees him dancing with Layla, like they're clearly a thing, and I know kind of got the message like to probably not if there was a thing to not bother with it. I mean, she's literally enamored when they're dancing, so I know what you meant. Lancelot Grail did have sword and steel swords. The only time material was used in the lore. Yeah. Well, the Lancelot High Grail was. I assume you mean High Grail. That was in Oz Reflection. So there you go. That came after the fact. That's my point. That's really cool. Apparently, the regular Alexander was being up the grill, which makes you ask: is Alexander's that strong? Okay, take on a flying nightmare frame. Was it the Liber? Oh, you said regular. Oh, wow, really? Maybe SRW isn't like super accurate because that seems really bizarre to me. No, the high rail should be way stronger than a regular Alexander. If it was Liberté, okay, you have something there, but the regular, no, thank you. Did you think Akito the Star Wars prequels, which I do like the prequels to Kogia in terms of quality, having good moments, ideas with some bad moments, ideas? Yes, I agree to that. I mean, the Star Wars prequels, much as I hate them, I'm not a big fan. They did introduce a lot of extra lore. I mean, heck, if we didn't have the Star Wars prequels, we would not have had Knights of the Old Republic. So I thank them for Knights of the Old Republic. But yeah, that's a good way to put it. I think the people in Akito Exile, the writing was important because again, there's some good stuff here, but the overarching story has a lot of problems, and they kind of focused on the characters more and hoped you'd forget about the ongoing story. Yeah, and again, they introduced new technology you don't see in the original series that kind of retcons a bunch of stuff and makes you question things. Like again, like drones, that's a big one. That's a huge one, actually. Even Apollo's chariot as a concept is also kind of huge. No, absolutely not. It's one of the biggest hamburings of the series. You could have had Shin been the main antagonist, and it would have been a much better story. Illusion and Zaku were thrown in here last minute, just because it's Illusion and Zaku. I don't mind if what I would have liked to have seen is instead of having them part as the plot, a scene where you see Lelouch going back into school and how Charles explains the whole plan and how they're going to use the OSI to watch him and inspect him. Like basically, all we had to see in this OVA in terms of Lelouch and Suzaku is you want to see the part where Suzaku brings him to Charles, and that whole thing in the second film, which I'll bring up real quick here. There's a good scene when I say second film, by the way, I'm talking about the recap films, the new universe stuff. There's a good scene. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Actually, I might yeah, this one here. So in this scene here, um, Rollo, Valletta, Bismarck all talk about what they're going to do with Falush and the plan to make sure that they can find C2. That's all you had to do in Akito the Exile. They didn't have to be part of the story, but they could have made a scene like this. That's all they had to do. They completely they did too much. If Charles is the one that made Luke become Julius Kingsley, I think Charles should have been in this OVA series. Yeah, I mean, if I guess if you want to play devil's advocate here, if you want to have Julius in a series, they should have made more effort put into it. Like maybe have an OVA where Charles uses the gas on him, they put the outfit on Julius, they send him out there, they explain the whole plan, stuff like that. I know that you could argue, well, they kind of tell you what's going on without telling you what's going on, but still, I like more than less when it comes to this sort of thing. Suzaku literally has Lancelot. He could have killed Shenlong John. Why not kill him? As I said before, Suzaku has a superior rank. Why would he surrender to a lower rank knight? I guess to keep the peace, but I mean, he was going to kill. Your point is well taken because he was going to kill Shin before the night before Jean intercepted the bullet. So what changed? Kogias has this weird thing where I don't know why, but characters will like do something or try to do something, and when they get interrupted, they have like memory loss and forget what they were trying to do and like pretend it never happened. Like when Lush asked Charles about his mother, he interrupts him, hey, Leila Lush. He interrupts Leila Lush, and he he's like, I forgot what I was supposed to ask you, Charles. Let's just like talk about something else. So yeah, I don't know. It's dumb. That is something we should have seen what happened because how does Zaku get captured? And did Zaku come alone without any troops whatsoever? How dumb was that? Honestly, always have troops with you or be able to communicate with other people. And including Rolo went to rescue them. So what was up with that? I don't know. Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Convincing people to do stuff, follow him with no evidence. Smiles and Schneizel both out of his playbook. Hey guys, follow me. Why? Because I said so. Sounds legit. Does she? Hold on. Let's take a look. That's a good. I can. Let's see. Oh yeah, she looks like Whitney Rock Bell. That's so funny. I don't think she's pregnant. I think her baby's right here. But I don't know. Is it a F? Is there a crossover? Did Winry go to France? I mean, yeah, was it France St. Petersburg during this time? Probably not. That's funny though. Let's move on to another image while I'm reading these comments. Let's see. What's our epic moment that I like? Oh, where is it? Oh, she's looking at this one. No, there was a better one. But give me a second here. No, is it go where it shows Layla in the background? Ah, this is it. Okay. All right, let's keep going. It's funny that Lelouch Lance was being tied up, something that R2 did to Gurren. Yeah, well, this one's more egregious though than Gurren. That was like a simple tie up by what's it called? That was where my mic was like detached for some reason. Anyways, I don't know what happened there. But what's so strange about the whole thing is that anytime Night Frame is captured in Code Geass, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, they take out the energy filler and it's like worthless. Tying it up doesn't make any sense. If the energy filler is gone or depleted, the Nightmare Frame can't move. And this is the first version of the Lancelot, so like it seems so unnecessary and excessive and stupid because my mic keeps getting detached for some stupid reason. I don't know what's going on. 1 second here. Oh, now my oh damn it. 1 second. Oh, that's not good. Hold on a second. My stand is crapping out on me. Damn it. I love this new stand I bought for my microphone, but the problem with it is that it comes off the table all the time. It's really irritating. Okay, I think we're back. Hopefully my mic doesn't stop. Can you stop moving? Jesus. It's still moving. All right, I think I'm okay now. All right, so the point I make is that when you disable a nightmare frame, you don't have to tie it up anymore. It's worthless. As long as it has no energy filler and you have the keys, what's a pilot going to do? It just seems excessively like ridiculous to prove a point. And that point is that Zaku is in containment. But like we knew that, so what's your point? It's really stupid. Yeah, see, I don't. That's what people say, but I don't think that's true. I remember asking like when I first made that video, like, what does his powers do? And it makes people loved ones kill each other. I'm like, well, that's not true because he was gonna make Layla kill herself. He doesn't know Layla or trusts her. Exactly. I mean, I like to use the word mill. That's funny. Um, but yeah, it doesn't work like that. It just anyone he's the Gias on, it makes them like not want to live anymore. Because I mentioned he made everyone in that party kill themselves, and I'm pretty sure he didn't love every single person at a party. Just saying. Do you love Manfredi? I don't know. Maybe. Hard to say. And Layla only rejected the Gias power not because it didn't work on her, because her Gias canceled out his. But that was a coincidence that had nothing to do with his power not working. So, as far as I know, anyone he uses on will want to kill themselves or others around them. It's funny because Julius's plan was actually similar to what Dieter wanted to do. So, you plan to stream Super Bowl War 30 again? I don't know. People didn't really like it the first time. Maybe I will. I have to figure out like a better way to do it though. Um, yeah, maybe I will at some point. I got to figure out like what's the plan going forward because if you guys know or don't know, we're basically done with Akito Exile after next week, and then I won't be doing a stream for 2 weeks after that. I got some things going on next couple Sundays. When that's done, we're going to do the films, and then we're done with the anime. So we're going to start doing the manga next. And if we're going to the manga, then we might have more time to play some games. So we'll see. I enjoy the game. I think it's great, but it's it's a lot. I'm not used. It's you might be surprised to hear this, but I haven't played video games in a long time. Besides Janitary Code, I don't even consider that a video game. It's like a that's barely a game in my eyes. But I haven't played video games seriously in a long time, so I have to like remember like certain RPG stuff and get used to certain things again. It's been a while. The last game I played seriously was Near Automata, and that came out in 2017. So you already know. Z2 or Z2.2. I have 30, which is pretty cool. Is it the mobile game? I downloaded that a couple weeks ago. Let me know if that's a mobile game. Well, if you tell me how to play it, that's all that really matters to me. They aren't fully translated. Well, that's okay, I guess, as long as like, the problem with like Super Robo Wars compared to some other games is that if I can't read the translations, it's gonna be very hard to play the game because I assume you have to decide like what you want to upgrade your stuff to or menus in general. Like Jesuit code is not translated, but I already know because the game is so simple, I can figure out what to hit. But in an RPG game where it's like you want to do this or that, if I don't know what I'm clicking on, I could really mess everything up. So I need some kind of translation for that. Cornelia versus Haruka Shito from Razafan in a fist fight. Um, a cat fight. That's terrible. Let's see. I can't remember which one is. That's the. I believe that's the one that loved Ayada, right? That's Ayako Shito. She's the one that. Yeah. Her sister. What's her sister's name? It's Megami. That's right. Oh, good question. I don't know. Can Cornelia even has Cornelia even shown to be competent in hand-to-hand combat? Because Haruka is very good at hand-to-hand combat. And also, she's got good fitness too. She actually is shown running around a lot. So, I'd probably pick Haruka because Cornelia, while she's pretty good at Nightmare Frame combat, I don't know how well she would do against someone like Haruka, who's very scrappy, good with the Nightmare Frame, not Nightmare Frame, with the gun rather. I think she'd win that fight. Yeah, I have that one. I could play that too. That's true. So it just depends. Like, I'm not gonna do it this week though because I'm a little behind on other stuff. But yeah, I'll have to think about a way to make it work, like switch from one to the other, or maybe play on my own and get to the good stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I have lots of ideas, but I got to figure out the best way to do it. Like everything else, right? Um, but yeah. Speaking of Code Geass games, this crabby piece of shit. um, both are two halves of the same game. One covers R1, R2, and R covers R2. They're both all like 2007. Yeah, that makes sense. You said they're old games, so okay. So there's an event going on today. I showed you guys the thing of it. So here it is. This zero white thing. I don't know. There's also a story too that comes along with this. I'm not gonna do a video for it, like a an analysis of it. I'll just like go through the story. It's really short. Like look at this. It's one part. I'm not sure what the context even is. I didn't go through this thoroughly yet, but see, they're talking. Then there's Shirley, and then eventually, yeah, the white zero appears, and it's like, okay, all right, it's just really weird. So I don't get it. It's not Suzaku, so it's some kind of event coming up. But see, here's the thing, though. I'm gonna skip this. Cause I don't really care. The thing though is they're having another event tomorrow, and they're having two new characters. If you go to World CD World now, they've changed it up a little bit. There's a right here. So characters, and then see here they have Suzaku, which I have, but two new Suzakus. This guy here and this guy here. So I don't know what these characters are, but we're getting them like tomorrow. So I'm not even bother something for the White Zero. I just don't care. It is cool though. Like this new thing came out. You can see like all the characters, which I showed you there. You can go through all the code links, and you can play through all the stories. So you see here, I didn't get time to go through the Halloween or the Christmas one, but I will this time around because you have access to the different stories, including Stage 26. So I like this new feature. I wish they had it earlier, but it would have saved me some time, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, let's do some summonings. My face is going to be removed. All right, I have 20. So we're getting two fours. We'll start with some regular threes, I guess. It is a cash grab, by the way. Absolutely. No C2, so most likely just threes. Ooh, but not the archive. The curate's face is like, ooh, it could be someone. Let's see, a four? Probably not. Nah, it's a three. All right, let's get detards. Let's do this. Let's get detarded. I'm just joking. That's terrible. Even for me, that's bad. All right, Tamaki. Um, wow, really? Futaba? Great. Um, Detard. Finally, the man. Futaba. Our rank 3 is Kigusa. Very good. I like her character a lot. That will definitely go a long way. Ogi, okay. Cecile, of course. C2 as always. And then Wow, 4 Futubas. Jesus. And then finally, ooh, more Kaguya. I'll definitely take it. Kaguya's a great character in the game. In real life, though, not so much. Real life. See, look at that. Kaguya and Futaba, because they're, mother and grandmother. Or, yeah, something like that. Okay, let's do one more just for fun. Just for fun. Oh, wow. A flat nothing burger. Look at that. Garbage. We're running a level 3 out of it. You're supposed to get a level 3. It's like close to guaranteed. Oh, yeah, we're getting our one level 3. This is the worst something I've ever done. Cecile. Cecile. Cecile? Oh, Klaus. Klaus. Detard. Um, Valletta? Valletta? Ogie and his wife. Klaus. And our level 3, Bradley. All right, yeah, I don't hate Brads. I mean, I do hate him. But, like, I just don't hate him in the context. Like, in the game, he's pretty cool. Otherwise, I'm not a big fan. All right, let's do some Code Link stuff, because why not? Oh, shoot. Ah, fudge. I forgot to do something. Whatever. They're all gone. I'm an idiot. I forgot to remove the... Damn it. These are all gone. Forget it. They're all sold. I got rid of them already. Oh, I got that level 3, though. That's okay. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Oh, well. It's fine. I messed up. Anyways, let's go level 4. First one. I don't care who we get, honestly. I'd love to get C2 and Layla, but this game sucks, so we're not getting either one. What's extra for voice, anyways? By the way, I figured out something. When the character is summoned, you'll see their name appear. It's not C2, it's someone else. Okay, never mind. This is C2. I was like, this is not C2, it's someone else. No, this is totally C2. 6 months into the game, we finally get C2. Jesus. It took me 6 months. Finally. Damn, It's about damn time. Okay. Give me Layla? Probably not. But it'd be cool, though. Layla and C2. That'd be kind of cool back to back. But give it to me, Bobby. That's cool. We finally got C2. I can finally do the. I can have all 3 characters together. You get 100 D-Tars before you get 1 D. All right. Here we go. Layla, please. Honestly, don't even care. It could be Totsuya, and I'll deal with it. It's fine. Oh, who's this? Who's got a long name like that? Oh, happy birthday, Lelouch. That's pretty solid. He's a good character. I'm not even upset. I'm not even upset. Very nice. I'm happy with these summons. Legitimately happy with them. Let me go do some quick maintenance. Yeah, getting Lelouch, that's pretty cool. They're all so low level, which I just don't have the ability to. Okay. So let's see. I believe Futaba is filled up already, so I don't have to worry about her. I think I get Klaus up next. Wait, what is this crap? It changed the. Oh, you bastard. It changed the whole awakening system. Damn it. Does anyone. Why would they do that? Oh my god. There's an update coming around. I think I can't do it because I have. I can do Lelouch, though. Whatever. I'm really confused. So they made it even harder now, but why? Whatever. Why would you do this? I can finally do this now. It only took like a billion years. Let's see. I can finally have Look at that. Can finally have them together. Been waiting so long. C2, go. You guys are so stupid. Go over there. Where are you going? That's the wall, C2. What are you doing? All right. Like, he's literally waiting for her and she doesn't even get it. Typical C2, honestly. Don't worry, he's not dating himself. I just had to get her. I had to reset the screen. Okay, this is promising. Okay. Good, good. Now both of you walk to each other. Come on, C2, you can do it. I believe you can do it. Oh, that's too zoom. That's is he not C2, get over there. Come on. Wow. Seriously, just get over there. We need Lady Lelouch. We totally do. Um, come on, get over there. She's just sitting there. Don't move, Lelouch. I want Cedar to come over here. I'm gonna keep clicking your head until she gets over here. Wow, she's really a stubborn creature. Get over here. Who walks into walls? Like that poster, by the way, that's from Akito the Exiled, and that's from the first film. Oh, good, good. She's finally going this direction. No, she's not. You stoop. All right, whatever. We'll get to it later. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I think Marion will be in the game at some point. Definitely Charles, for sure. I think I got some comments earlier. I wanted to say, man, we got Layla Orpheus, but we got C2. I mean, Orpheus is cool. Yeah, I agree. I like that. Yeah, Lost Stories. By the way, speaking of Lost Stories, since you mentioned that, I'm going to be. I'll put my face back on. By the way, for Lost Stories, there's actually some new stuff that came out. It's nothing big or anything, just some footage. I'm going to talk about in a later video. So expect that video to come up soon because there's some new stuff that came out recently. They have like the menus and stuff, and they show the nightmare frames you can select from. Nothing crazy, but hey, we'll take it, right? Let's replace Suzaku for Situ. Bam. Okay, now let's go back here. I still haven't gotten those new code links yet. I don't know what's taking so long. Those items we have to like awaken, they better not be hard to get because this game was already a pain in the ass to play as is. All right, C2 leveled her up. Still haven't gotten it yet. Still haven't got the code link once. I've been playing this game all freaking day the last couple of days to try to get one. Not even one code link. One goddamn code link. So frustrating. I hate that pose she has. It's so irritating to look at. I just feel uncomfortable. Like not like like a weird way. Just like she looks uncomfortable in that pose. Yeah. Wow, nothing. Okay, let's go grab some stuff here. Okay, got all that stuff, and then here. Cool. Still got some more things to collect in that department. From a colleague point of view, I don't think I got new was the Yuffie, which I should have right here. So I'll go level that up real quick here. At least they made brand new art for this one. They've been kind of lazing out the last couple things, the characters, and I think there was a second. Oh yeah, there's two to use, so I'll go take care of that. Versus question: Code Geass versus Seele in terms of who has better plans, Ragnarok or Human Strength Reality Project. So I guess the Geass or you said Geass or Red. Probably Seele since they actually almost succeeded. Where the Geass Order was a very like confused thing. I don't even think the Geass Order entirely was working on the Ragnarok Connect as a whole. That might have just been like Charles with Mariana V2, but that could just be me. But I think Saley did a better job. Wait, only two? What the frick? Okay, that's weird. I thought I would have more than that, but uh, let's see. Sorry, I was checking my phone for something. Okay, let's go buy some of this stuff. Why not? Okay, so I believe I should have gotten my rewards for dual mode. I think I'm still S ranked. Yep, I'm still S ranked. Yay, nothing changes. I tried so hard to get SS rank, but wasn't meant to be. Wasn't meant to be. Oh look, it's uncomfortable. For agreed. I mean, like, look at this pose here. It's very uncomfortable. Like, try just for fun. Try actually doing this pose. It's painful. They also gave C2 like really weird proportions that are very unnatural. Like, she's never been this type of character, but they decided to go with it anyway. So I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do really well this week because I have such an OP team. Actually, let me check one thing real quick. Let me go back up. Let's see. No, not this. This. Nope, I hit the wrong one again. Wrong one. What I wanted to do was check this one. Oh, it's bishops. Interesting. It doesn't fucking matter. We're still gonna. We'll be fine. Oh, this team is really OP. I think we could beat them though. Oh, but surely though. Fudge. I'm gonna try. And no, we're not gonna. We're gonna lose that. And I have to win all my battles this week. Oh, I don't think we could beat that team either. That's pretty powerful. You got like C2 at double ranked. Yeah, let's not do that one. I think we can win this one. I think. My team's pretty powerful, but even I know the limits of. Yeah, we'll try this and see how it goes. Come in. It's very low. Slow, I mean. Well, that was fast. That was over like 2 seconds. But even then, though, even models who do that pose, it's still very uncomfortable. It's not natural. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's not a very natural pose. We can probably beat this one too. Watch us lose this one, but I think we can win because I checked their stats and I think my team is slightly better. We'll see. Yeah, there's a lot of continuity issues with this game for sure. These teams are almost evenly matched. Oh, we lost big time. Jesus, that was wow. We lost big time. Damn it. Shouldn't have messed with that team. We lost big time. That was rough. That was over like before it started. Jeez. That was ugly. That's all I gotta say. That was very ugly. I don't know. And what's funny about that is that Renya that was a long time ago compared to Layla. Renya was over 100 years ago, but Layla's like 7 years ago. You really don't remember how? That's I agree. bad. I did not, but that's kind of funny. Detard, diet and hard. I mean, let's be honest. Those are yeah. Diets are hard. Very true. That's why you shouldn't diet. You should instead of dieting, you should instead of dieting, you should instead just make sure to just change your lifestyle. That's the better approach. Because diets are temporary, lifestyles are forever. At least in theory, they're supposed to be. If you're doing it correctly. Um, oh, can I get Kaguya up now? Cause or Kaguya up. What I'm talking about. I think this new system is supposed to make it easier to rank characters up, but man, it's like holding me back from like whatever. It's kind of frustrating actually, but is what it is, I guess. Oh, well, let's go see where C2 is. Is she where they put C2? Probably over here, I imagine. So if we have, hold on, let's see. Akito, Renya, Alderin, Lelouch, C2. Why is she in here? That's a strange background. She was never. That's a weird background. I'm gonna take a quick snapshot of this. 1 second. Mm. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but this pose really freaks me out. And now I can even go to here, and she should be listed now, I believe. You should be able to see her at some point here. Yeah, there she is. How old is she? Unknown, of course. Okay. You see, yeah, that's right. That's exactly my point. Why is she in Lloyd's lab? What the fudge? Do you see that? Let's go back to that. Let's go back there real quick. Hold on. She's in Lloyd's lab. What is she doing in there? Okay, I'm gonna say more thing about this pose. Um, they were really detailed with certain parts of this. That's all I'm gonna say. This animation is very detailed in one specific area. I feel like I'm being violated as I watch this. Like, wow, I thought Collins was bad. This one is just the worst. Jeez, that is bad. Like, at least with Collins, Collins not good, by the way. Don't get me wrong. Collins is not good. Let's go there real quick. Like, this one is like this one is also pretty bad too. But at least she's doing something epic, right? While she's showing you the reason why I feel like her character for some reason. That's why I tend to use the this because it's better. Like here, she's just like one animation. It's not that's like more natural. And Zaku, it's like they literally have him like showing his balls to your face. It's really funny. Also, quick question for you guys. Okay, serious question. If Suzaku is in this transport, who's piloted the Lancelot this whole time? The classic, like if I'm in here, who's out there? So weird. Like who is out here in this nightmare frame? But like, yeah, when we actually start questioning like these, like where the hell they are, most of them make some sense here. I'm not sure what there's like the Alexander in the background, but I'm just so lost. I think that's supposed to be Japan to snow, but I'm just so lost at like why she'd be in here. And again, this pose is really uncomfortable. Like they have her gyrating every like thing. It's I don't know. This is probably the real. This is probably what's happening. I'm just saying, like I don't know. Stop moving. It's weird. Eesh. I don't know. At least we can do this now. Hold on. Here's something cool you can do. Since we can't have C2 and Lush. Wait, maybe we can. Hold on. No, she's dumb. So you can do this now. I can have C2. I can have Gigi. And I can have V2. All the Immortals are together now. Where's V2? V2, where are you? See, all the Immortals now. They'll have long hair. And nice pick of Zaku. now C2 might have a seat. All the Immortals, people. Let's see. Toto versus Cornelia. Gekka versus the Gloucester. They never did find the original anime. Well, it's because Guilford took over. If C2 sits next to Gigan, I'm really pissed because she went next to Lush. I'd probably say Toto, but it'd be really close. Then again, like he struggled against Guilford, so maybe not. That's a hard. That's kind of difficult to say. I think that's pretty powerful though. So we need you two. Absolutely, get him in the game. Agreed. Maybe C2 is in the lab so that they can have pizza pudding ordered with Lloyd and Jeremiah. See, if it was R2 C2, then that would make sense because they worked together during the Requiem. But why exactly would she be in the lab at R1? They put V2 in the game before Charles and Schneisel. Yeah, I know. Remember that. Man, now she wants to sit down, of course. Here, let's do a double date just for fun. We're gonna have C2, and then we're gonna have Suzaku and Euphemia just for fun. Let's do that. They're all on the right side of the. Come on, guys. Okay, good. You stay there, Yuffie. Now C2. You keep moving. Okay, good. Keep moving. Zaku is paralyzed. He's a moron. Don't move, dude. Come on, we almost got this figured out. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. No. No, Lelouch, you're going the wrong way. Oh, you moron. She's just waiting for you, Suzaku. Sit down on the chair. Sit down, Suzaku. Sit down, Suzaku. You can do it, buddy. Sit down. Oh, you're so close, man. You are so close to the chair. But so far. Just sit down. Oh my god. I'm clicking her so she won't leave. Hold on. Okay, good. Almost there. Look, the girls are sitting, but the boys won't sit down. This is so frustrating. Don't switch, you fools. If they switch, it would be so awkward. Oh my. Oh, Suzaku, you stupid idiot. It's like a date night gone wrong. They're both like sitting in the end. This is come on. The hard part of this game is not wait. Are they gonna switch people? You gotta be kidding. Fine, we'll do it. Date night gone wrong. Did you be making the cat sounds? That's weird. Yeah, she did. It's like a cat right there. Come on, Lelouch, move. All right, you still want to see Rania? I'll go look for him. Where is he? He's actually should be at the top here. There he is. You remember me, C2? No, not a clue. Of course you don't. Lelouch, stop that. That's really uncomfortable. That's too close. Suzaku, if you walk into that Gwen, you're going to poke your face out. I swear you can never get what you want. The characters are just too stupid to realize you want them to sit next to each other. Let's do the false harem real quick, just so we can get this out of the way. Where are they? Colin and then Shirley. There's the false harem people. I have Tianzi too, but for God's sakes, some people even go that far, which is just weird. It's funny because Kage never met Shirley, and C2 never met Shirley either, but Colin met all three of them, so that's interesting. I think Lucius going near C2, which proves that's the one he loves the most. Knows how Colin and Shirley are waiting, but he's not interested. And Kage should be here because now it's getting creepy, so let's make her leave. There's so many characters now. I can do so many cool, funny combinations. I need a food to buy. Well, they never really did anything in the story. Like it should have been something, but never was anything. Unfortunately, gotta have a fifth person to moderate. So I'll pick. Excuse me. I will pick Lloyd because Lloyd's he's emotional, so it's fine. I mean he's a sociopath, so he doesn't care either way. Lelouch, please get over there. I'm gonna keep trying. Okay, I'm gonna give her all the care to try again. Okay, good. Keep moving. It'll take a while for this to happen. Anyways, we got C2, and let's program it here. We'll we need RR and DT and get R2D2. That's actually kind of funny. But anyways, we're ending here. Next week we're gonna finish Akito the Exiled. Maybe I'll play Super Robo Wars. Depends where I'm at with stuff. And then again, Kobusa won't be doing a stream. Then I'll figure out what we're gonna do with other stuff as well. I expect a lot of videos that coming up the next couple of weeks. I'm batching as much as I can. Anyways, guys, have a good week as always. And just show my face real quick before I end. And take care, guys. Have a good week.